Welcome back, guys. This is the King Reeves here, and this is What If Naruto Was Half Otsutsuki Part 2. Last time we left off with Naruto pretty much training most of his life to become the strongest person that he can be, and he has many different chakra natures, and yes, he has, of course, we're going to do a little bit of a recap. Naruto does have wind, water, lightning, and earth, and he has of course he has 5 chakra natures, including ice release, which he actually created. I'm pretty sure I did not give him wood yet. Yes, Naruto will get wood release soon enough. And anyways, last time we left off with basically Naruto about to graduate from the academy, and he would graduate within a few months, and it was his last year. And Naruto does keep training with everything he's got, and yeah, after this, well, Naruto and Team 7, well, not Team 7, Naruto and the rest of his class do graduate. Naruto, of course, graduates easily, having one of the best schools in the academy, and well, not best schools, being the best in the test. However, he's not the top at the top of class because he never really tried or anything. However, he knows a lot. And anywho, Tsuki, of course, being at the top of class, even on top of Sasuke being second. Team 7 is actually Sasuke, Tsuki, and Naruto. And here, of course, there is a little bit of a distinction between Team 7 and the rest of the teams. Team 7 has 4 members, including Sakura. Yes, of course, Team 7 does get announced, while Naruto, of course, was kind of confused on why there were 4 people in his team. However, he just played it off, and he's like, alright then. And anyways, of course, Team 7 was created as a 4-man team, and some teams were kind of annoyed, but at the same time, the others thought that it's because they're all pretty much weak, except for Tsuki and Sasuke. However, they have the 2 best students, so it kind of evens out, and so they just played it off. While Shikamaru, Shino, and Choji knew that it's not about Sasuke, it's about Tsuki and Naruto, because they're the real threats in that team. And anyways, of course, Tsuki and Naruto were just happy that they were put in the same team, and Sakura was happy she was in the same team as Sasuke. Anyway, Sasuke didn't care at all, and so, of course, Team 7 continued to wait for a few hours until Kakashi arrived. And during this time, Naruto was actually meditating, and during this meditation time, Naruto actually went a bit too deep into it, while Tsuki was actually just waiting, actually about to take a nap because she was so tired. Naruto was just meditating, and in the end entered his own mind. And of course, he was walking around. He was completely confused on how he could do this. However, he kept walking and walking until he came across, of course, Kurama. And Kurama, well, of course, the Naruto tells him to get out, and literally lets out all his bloodlust. And Naruto realized this, but however, he tried to persevere. However, then he opened his eyes to realize he was sweating, and yeah, Kurama really did not like Naruto. And anyways, Naruto tried doing it again. However, this time he was actually in a different part of his mind, and here he saw how much power he was truly hiding. Naruto, being an Otsutsuki, a half Otsutsuki, of course, was hiding a lot of power, and Naruto realized that this is his own power that he needs to unlock one day, and so that is his new goal, to be able to use all that power one day in a fight or against an enemy or any sort of thing like that. And anywho, now after this, Naruto does come back to his senses. Well, not come back to his senses, he just opens his eyes and he sees that it's been a few hours. Yes, Naruto has been in his mind for a few hours, and then Kakashi walks in straight afterwards. Kakashi realizes that this team is pretty boring, and he takes them up to the rooftop, and of course, not to the rooftop, to somewhere else, and tells them, asks them what their dreams, goals, well, what their likes and dislikes are, and their dreams. Anyways, Sakura's ones are exactly the same as Sasuke's. Naruto's ones are a bit different. He doesn't want to become the Hokage. He wants to be exactly like the fourth, however he does not want to become the Hokage, and just tells him that, oh, he wants to become someone trusted in village, someone that who was trusted just as much as the fourth, someone who was relied on by the whole entire village. And his likes are pretty much training, spending time with his friends and people that he loves, and of course his dislikes are being left alone and being, yeah, pretty much alone. And Tsuki's ones were actually a lot like Naruto's, just that her goal was to become Hokage. Of course, Kakashi then says, so you two are competing to become Hokage, and Naruto's like, no, I don't want to be Hokage. I don't see the point of being the Hokage, to be honest. It just puts a lot more work upon upon you. And anyways, of course, Kakashi's like, fair point. And anyways, of course, he tells them about the test tomorrow, and that they have to wake up early and come to that place where they have to meet. And of course, Naruto and Tsuki actually took it pretty seriously. And anywho, they do continue their training as per normal. One, Naruto actually does train Tsuki, and just saying, Tsuki has fire, wind, and lightning release. No, not lightning, sorry, water release, I'm pretty sure. And if I'm wrong, please correct me in the description. And anywho, I am a bit tired right now, and yeah, I'm going to try to make this as well as I can, because I am tired and I don't want to mess this up. However, I'm sorry if this is a bit shorter than usual. 30 minutes to 40 minutes, the usual time. But anyways, anywho, now Naruto and Tsuki do continue their training. Naruto actually helping Tsuki use her water and all her other releases except for fire, because he doesn't have it. But while Naruto continues to try to unlock many other chakra natures, because he knows that he could, and he actually decides, Tsuki actually brings up the fact that if Naruto created ice release by actually combining two chakra natures, how about he combines two different ones this time? And Naruto says, you have a fair point, however I'm not sure how I can do that. Anyways, of course, not how I can do that. He says he's not sure on which ones to do, and Tsuki says, how about you try doing water and earth, since they do go well together. And anyways, of course, Naruto's like, alright, let me try, and he doesn't get anywhere for the next few hours. Oh, sorry guys, I'm so sorry if that ear raped you. He doesn't get anywhere for the next few hours. However, during the last hour of their training before they went home, Naruto actually did make a big breakthrough. Naruto actually just put his hands together and just imagined a little tree just spurting up from the ground, and of course having both water and earth release chakra in both his arms and hands. He actually combined the two and actually did create wood release. Naruto didn't know about wood, but he just got the idea of a plant, since a tree needs the ground, the earth, and minerals, water, and of course light to grow. And Naruto just imagined one growing, and he actually created a tree. Tsuki was like, what just was that? And Naruto was like, I'm not sure, I just combined water and earth together thinking about a tree, and this happened. And Tsuki's like, I think you just unlocked wood release. And Naruto's like, wait, no, that's not how it works, fam. That's the release used by the first Hokage. I can't have that. I'm not sure what's going on. And of course, Tsuki is was very excited for this, because that's the first time seeing wood release, and she was like, Naruto, you can actually use wood release. You should be amazed. You should be happy. And basically, Naruto says, but if I could do it, that means anyone could do it. And Tsuki's like, no, you're special. And Naruto's like, no. Anyways, of course, Hikando is special here because he is an Otsutsuki. He's basically an alien hybrid. He's like his Gohan. He's half human, half Saiyan. An alien, half Earthling. Anyways, of course, Naruto at first didn't know what to think about this. However, he just went along with it and started training even harder for the last hour, and even increased the amount that he trained. So he actually was able to create a large amount of trees, and in the end he ran out of chakra. Of course, Naruto has a lot of chakra, and making a tree at first was taking a lot out of him. He was able to make at least 15 until running low on chakra, and he realized that if he made any more, he would pretty much kill himself, and Suki told him not to do that because that would be a bad idea. Anyways, they head home, and during that night, right before Naruto went to sleep, Naruto did imagine him using wood release to actually bind people and everything, like vines coming from the ground. No one would really expect that now, would they? Anyways, Naruto, of course, wakes up the next morning to go and meet up with his team, and they're all there. However, Kakashi has not arrived yet, and of course he arrives late as usual. And here Naruto does come on time, and so he is pretty hungry. However, he's just happy that he finally arrived. And anywho, of course, Kakashi explains that they have to take the bells from him, and Sakura actually points out that there's only three, since there's four of them. Kakashi has three bells, and then Naruto's like, "That does that mean one of us won't be passing?" And Kakashi's like, "Yeah, one of you won't be passing this, and will be returning to the academy. So you guys have to fight for it," which is a complete lie, because the whole point of the test is completely the opposite. It's not about fighting for it; it's to work together for it. But now, anywho, of course, Kakashi says, Kakashi did tell them about it, and so he tells that, he says that the bell test begins now. And anywho, Naruto this time actually does not attack Kakashi just like in the original, and so he actually hides with the rest. And of course, Naruto and Tsuki decided that they should work together and find a way to beat Kakashi, because they know that Kakashi is way too strong for them, and even Naruto can't beat him. Naruto may have many strong techniques up his sleeve, however, it doesn't mean that he's stronger than Kakashi, and no, he is not stronger than Kakashi. Kakashi can easily beat him. Naruto may have the ability to learn a lot of jutsus, and you may think that he's super overpowered. Oh my god, Naruto's overpowered, he can destroy Kakashi already. No, he cannot. Naruto cannot beat Kakashi yet, because Kakashi has way more experience, and also he has way more jutsus than Naruto. And even with the ice release, it will just be a lot harder on Kakashi. But once he actually starts trying, if Kakashi was going all out against Naruto like he was going against Obito in the War Rock, yeah, that would not turn out very nice. And anyways, now, of course, Tsuki and Naruto decide that they will ambush Kakashi. However, they realize that maybe they should all work together. It doesn't matter who gets the bells, and Naruto says that he'll even give up his own one to let the rest pass, and Tsuki says that she should do the same. Anyways, now, Naruto and Tsuki do find the rest, and they do tell them about their plan. Naruto is basically going to be the decoy, and they're going to have to take the bells and share between them three. Naruto does not want the bell, and of course they were confused on why Naruto didn't want the bell, but Naruto then says that it's fine as long as they pass, he doesn't really care. And anyway, of course, Naruto and the Team 7 actually begin their little plan, and they begin by actually attacking Kakashi. Well, Naruto begins by actually attacking Kakashi head on, and Kakashi wasn't expecting it. However, he did block Naruto, and Naruto and Kakashi actually began a little bit of a taijutsu fight to see who's the stronger one. But anyways, of course, Kakashi beats Naruto down. However, Naruto is actually able to get back up and fight again, but this time using a lot more power and using everything in his arsenal, actually showing off a bit. Naruto uses wood release, something that he only just got yesterday, a few hours before this, and actually decided to create the thing that he saw in his dream, and this would determine if Naruto would even have a chance against Kakashi, because if he fails this, Kakashi is going to take the opportunity to knock out Naruto real fast. And yes, anyway, Naruto actually was able to pull it off, and Kakashi was completely baffled, and he was actually tied up a bit. However, then he ripped out, and Naruto realized that it was way too weak. And anyway, then Naruto actually used his ice release to pretty much make the whole battlefield into an ice battle, or well, an ice field. And anywho, Kakashi, well, I said anywho too much. Kakashi wasn't expecting this. However, Naruto kept going by actually using a lightning release technique, and also to actually create a lightning prison. Yes, I mean he uses the lightning prison, and Naruto does know this jutsu, and no one. I'm not sure if we've seen it. I'm pretty sure. No, we have seen it. I think so. I believe so. I'm not sure. But anyway, Kakashi wasn't expecting a technique like this to be done on him, and Naruto made the ice. He made the field into an ice field, so he can actually have better control. Well, he can have control over the. He could have aerial control, so he can actually use that on his to his advantage by actually making wet and making it even more slippier for Kakashi. And anywho, as soon as Kakashi slips, it's when Team 7 has to take the bells. And anywho, Naruto of course keeps fighting as Kakashi actually gets pretty startled by Naruto, especially because he did get electrocuted and one of his arms is actually paralyzed, so he has to use one arm to fight. And anywho, Naruto of course wasn't letting Kakashi rest, not even a bit, and of course he actually got the upper hand for a little bit and actually kicked Kakashi right in the chest to make him fall into the ice, which actually made the ice and the ground crack. And anyways, of course Naruto wasn't finished there. He actually then, why are the kids screaming outside the fuck? Fam, it's 8 p.m. Why are the kids screaming outside? What's going on? Anyways, Naruto then actually creates a lightning prison to actually bind Kakashi into the ground. However, once he did that, Kakashi poofed away, and it turned out he was just a log of wood, and Kakashi did a massive fireball jutsu, which actually covered the whole entire, well, most of the battlefield, and it wasn't that big, but of course, he covered quite a bit of the area, and it was more than enough for them to fight on. And then Naruto realized that if he dodges this, Kakashi will get the upper hand straight away because he's melted the ice. However, if he doesn't dodge this, Naruto will be incinerated. And so Naruto actually creates a water dragon. Yes, Naruto actually created a water dragon when there's no water around, and actually destroyed the fireball jutsu. However, his water dragon was vaporized. In this way, vapor, Kakashi actually took out the Sharingan, and this time he was about to take out Naruto. However, then Naruto actually used his wind release to actually create a little wind gust, which actually pushed Kakashi away a bit and got rid of the vapor around them. And Naruto's like, anyway, I guess the test is over. I failed, but the rest did it. Anyways, passed, of course. And Naruto then actually falls to one knee. Having used a lot of chakra there, not too much chakra, he has a lot of chakra, however, just the pressure given off by Kakashi at the end made Naruto literally go on his knee, on his knees. And anywho, Kakashi then says, wait, what? And he looks at his hip and he sees no bells. Sakura actually got one from Tsuki. Tsuki took 2, Sasuke took 1, and she gave one to Sakura, while Naruto, of course, was just a diversion. And anyways, Naruto only used the ice release to make the battlefield into an ice field, so it would be hard on Kakashi to stay on the ground, because if he moved, he would pretty much slip. And anywho, of course, Kakashi then actually starts clapping, saying that all of them passed, and it was an amazing amount of teamwork there. And of course, Naruto did most of the work. However, Team 7 actually didn't help Naruto, because it was the plan for Naruto to be the decoy. In case Naruto was knocked out or anything, they would have more than enough power to actually try against him, and they would actually, well, they don't know if they would win or not, or get the bells if Naruto was in there. However, they would have had 3 people. Oh my god, what was that? Anyways, of course, having 3 people is better than having no people. And so Team 7 does pass their exam, and even Naruto passes. Kakashi does go on to tell them that it was just a test, and then he didn't really mean for them to pretty much get failed. But anywho, now Naruto and Team 7 do begin their missions the next day, and here Naruto, of course, doesn't do much. He actually avoids working with his team to actually continue his training. He was actually just finding other ways to use his wood release and ice release together. And so Naruto just pretty much distanced himself from his team, except for Tsuki, which he trained with every single day after their training session, after their missions. And Kakashi saw that Naruto wasn't helping out, and so he made sure that Naruto would do the next missions on his own, while Team 7 just watched. And Naruto found them much harder than he thought. At first he thought that was easy just to get the find the cat and capture it. However, it was much harder for Naruto, and Naruto actually used his ice release one time without even knowing about unconsciously, pretty much. And he actually created a wall in front of the cat and stopped the cat, and then boxed in the cat with his wood release, which then left the cat one opening, which Naruto was in front of. It was like a little tunnel, and the cat started going running towards the light, and Naruto was there and he caught it. Of course, this just showed Naruto that he gave Naruto a new idea, and he thought that maybe working with his team would give him more ideas on how to improve. And the idea that he got is that he should box in his enemies to make it to make it easier for himself, so the enemy can't move much. He has a certain amount of space, while Naruto has pretty much control over the space that they're in, since he can literally use technique. He can use wood release, which is an environmental change. Literally, he can change the battleground within seconds of activating it. And anyways, now Naruto kept training for a long time with wood release, even without Tsuki. Sometimes Tsuki does go home earlier now because she does want to wake up for her missions early, while Naruto just keeps doing it, and he always comes on time, but he's always sleepy. However, Tsuki actually does want to train with Naruto. However, Naruto says that he will be training on his own because he doesn't want Tsuki to actually burden herself to help out Naruto, and so Tsuki actually went home. However, after a few more days of this happening, Tsuki had enough because Naruto was actually coming in late a few days in a row, and so she's like, I might as well just come late with Naruto, since we'll have to wait here anyway. So they actually do begin training pretty much for most of the night. So Naruto and Tsuki would go sleep really late, and this actually helped out Tsuki quite a bit. Not physically, but her training got a lot further. She got a lot further into her training, and she was actually able to pretty much master her water release, and she could use water, wind, and fire together to create a pretty strong combination of moveset. And anywho, Tsuki does go on to her next to actually try to unlock another chakra nature, or would that be her limit? However, in the end, she found that that was not her limit, and she had lightning release as well. Anyways, of course, Naruto was more than happy to train Tsuki in lightning release, and Naruto has a lot of techniques. Naruto can make a lot of different things with lightning. He can control lightning at will. He doesn't need any hand seals or anything. That's how much of a mastery he's gotten over the techniques than the chakra natures, other than his ice and wood release. Why did my mind just go blank there? Anyways, Naruto has an amazing amount of mastery over the chakra natures that he has, other than those two, and he can even use them without having any hand seals being used. And anywho, after this, Naruto and Tsuki do start sparring a lot more here, and the sparring session went a lot better than expected for Tsuki, because Tsuki was actually getting closer to beating Naruto. Naruto realized that only improving his jutsus didn't mean that he's actually improving a lot. And then Naruto needed a lot more than just that, and so he actually began to train. And in the fighting, Naruto was only training in unlocking more techniques, learning more techniques, and not in fighting styles and how he fought. And then of course, he started to improve on that, and he got a lot of fruits out of that training. Anywho, now after this, Naruto actually started stealing jutsu from the scroll ceiling, and he actually did get two special jutsus used by the fourth Hokage and the second Hokage. The Flying Raijin used by both Hokages, and the Rasengan, which was created by Jiraiya and of course, Minato. This was around the last 2 weeks before their actual mission began, and Naruto actually began to training them and trying to use them in his fighting. However, it only hindered him because he hasn't mastered them, and he realized that he needs to master technique before trying to use it straight away. And of course, Naruto, over time, he was just getting stronger and stronger, while Tsuki actually did steal a few jutsus herself. She did see that Naruto stole it. At first she was like, isn't this bad? But then she just got influenced by seeing Naruto becoming a bit stronger and stronger by using them, and so she's like, yeah, I might as well just do it. And anywho, now of course, Naruto and, well, Tsuki actually stole a few jutsus used by a few Uchihas. For example, not a few Uchihas, by only one jutsu that was used by an Uchiha, which was the Majestic Destroyer Flame used by Madara Uchiha, which took a lot of chakra out of Tsuki, realizing that, and Tsuki realized that she needed to master this technique. And also she actually took a jutsu from the scroll ceiling, and that jutsu was the, anyway, I am sorry, I got carried away by watching some Assassination Classroom, which I watched a few years back. Well, it's so sad. Anyway, of course, Tsuki actually gets the Majestic Destroyer Flame. That's all I meant to say. I kinda said, and also she gets, that was a mistake on my part. And anywho, now also that's pretty much all they get, and Naruto is getting way too overpowered. It'll take a while to learn these jutsus. Well, they'll take a while to learn these jutsus. However, they will persevere and they will learn them soon. Not soon, but in due time. And anywho, of course, 2 weeks passed and Naruto hasn't gotten anywhere with the flying Raijin, and he hasn't even made a little bit of progress. Like, he should have started with the Rasengan off, but we started off with the Rasengan. However, he went for the flying Raijin, and that was the mistake that he made. Anywho, now after this, Naruto and anywho, that is where I'm gonna end off. I hope you'll enjoy the. Please stay safe. This was the King of Weaves here, and don't forget to subscribe to Ratreet, Miniman123, also my friend Hxmesh, and my second channel, DB Lover. And also, don't forget to get your good quality anime merch from Beautiful Halo, and a good quality LED lamp from lamptee.com, and you can get discounts if you use the codes in the description below, and read it through well in case you don't understand. And also don't forget to don't forget to oh my days, English. My intro is not like this. Beautiful, what I meant by read it properly, because on Beautiful Halo you can only get 5% off with the code MEME, MEME, if your order goes over $49, and if your order goes over $99, if you're spending a big money, you can get 10% off with the code MEMES, MEMES. Also, follow Shokiro on Instagram and follow me on Instagram, and join the Discord server, link in the description below. And my darkness is dismissed. My English is completely gone. Peace.